we take the provision of Article 159 to be imposing an obligation on the Constitution. And the notion promote as an obligatory category must be read within the category of human rights as a duty. So what the task force has done is to unbundle that question of promote into three segments. We believe that promoting an alternative justice system requires, first of all, respect, that the judiciary and other stakeholders are being invited to respect the alternative justice systems and mechanisms as legitimate actors. Secondly is to protect them from third parties who may want to either forestall them or put barriers to the flourishing of those mechanisms. So the judiciary has an obligation to protect the AJS mechanisms from those third parties. And finally is to transform. The transformation here is about changing attitude, changing methods, changing knowledge infrastructure, changing modes of relation. And that change is required from both the judiciary as an institution and its officers, as well as from the AJS mechanisms. The actors in the alternative justice mechanisms must change their ways, must be trained, must embrace methods that are acceptable to the formal court and so on. That is correct. However, they forget that there is also something that needs to change from the courts. So this notion of transformation requires the courts to appreciate that the alternative justice mechanisms are legitimate actors in dispensation of justice. The AJS policy has engaged culture in two ways. The first engagement of culture is culture as an anthropological category, that is people who have common history, heritage, and share language, values, and ancestry, and so on. And we believe that even people who share such commonalities are not homogeneous. So for that reason, we have suggested that culture must be treated as dynamic, ongoing, contested, and negotiated code of existence amongst a group of people. And for that reason, we've emphasized that every individual or a group of people who may be a subcultural group in a bigger cultural group must have the autonomy to make a decision on whether to prescribe to or to participate in AJS processes that are being implemented or are being pursued within the confines of a particular cultural group. What we have suggested is that the various AJS mechanisms must adhere to a certain code of conduct. And that code of conduct is really one that is very robust in ensuring that there is no bias, there is non-partiality, and there's adherence to integrity. So that then ultimately, if you want to pursue your work as an AJS actor, then and that work gets to be accepted within the whole gamut of access to justice, you must align yourself to that code. But even more important is that we have defined 4 types of AJS mechanisms. And these categories will require different levels of separation of power. We have put into place various protocols and standard operating procedures that would insulate them from being conflicted. And we believe that if we insulate them from being conflicted, or better still, if they insulate themselves from being conflicted, then we will have remedied this problem of potential blurring of boundaries between executive and the judiciary, or even the judiciary and other actors in the society.